every star, created every galaxy, from the greatest to the least, darkness beyond the reach. What you see can immediately become my reality. I teach your word until you see the same in my vitality. Any demon brave enough to make the choice to challenge me with witnessy. There's no way to actually ever handle me. The greatest power is living right in here, and I don't have because with him I win. The same power that rose Christ from the dead, it's the same power that got me up out of bed. So I drink from his well, and I eat of his bread. I'm only saying what he said so I can see what he's made. If you have faith, that's enough to see you can move from that. But you ain't moving up, I know you too control of that. I'm trying to figure out how to win, what and how. About how my faith get out. I mean, it's 1, 2, 2, got can not lie. And it's good to do the work. I say it keep the fact. You did it, how to start was the word, and the word was God. From every word of his mouth, the whole world was formed. He gave his only son so that we would overcome the death of sin and every weapon formed. I said the devil is a liar and Jesus is real. He died on the cross so that the world could live. The power of his blood covers all of our sins, and it permits us to walk in his righteousness. And it's because of the cross that I am not lost, and this freedom I possess, it came at a cost. I know the power of his name and the power in his vein. The cross is more than the pretty charm on my chain. Have faith, that's enough to see you can move from that. But you ain't moving nothing when you too control of that. We're not trying to figure out how to win, what and how. About how I get out. I'm on time, 1, 2, 2, got can not lie. And it's good to do the work. I say I keep it back. Just come in, just see us. Cause I am not your king.
All right, it's the boy Comedian Edwin Douglas, and we are on Uheardme1st radio talk show. That's right. We are on iheart-radio, Spotify, as well as Spreaker, YouTube, and of course Google Podcasts, and we are always on demand. And before I bring in our special guest, let me bring in my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is not her first time. She's making her second appearance right here on Uheardme1st radio talk show. She is a bestseller author. She's also a motivational speaker, and yes, finally, she is a TV host. Please put your hand together and show your love for the one and only JORDI BOSTOCK. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good, great. Welcome home. As I
Thank
told
you. So awesome to be back.
You are back. You are back, and I want to say I really appreciate you from day one supporting me from LA Talk Radio Show to Vibe Live, and now, and also my one season internet TV show Behind Your Mic, and now you're making your second appearance on Uheardme1st radio talk show. Yes.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. My pleasure.
Well, you know, I keep telling myself, for those who have been supporting me, for every time God allowed me to climb another level on his ladder, I'm calling you guys. So I'm keeping my word. Well, let's begin with one of my favorite books. Both of your books are great inspiration, and I've learned a lot. Single on
Thank
Purpose.
You.
Yes, yes. And now what we want to do.
Are you still single on purpose, or you married on purpose?
I'm single on purpose, but trying to get married on purpose. I'm working on it, and I just have to wait on my time.
I love to ask men that. We always ask women. I'm like, I love messing with guys with that. Are you single on purpose or married on purpose? They're like,
Well, from the book, I Am Married on Purpose, it covers quite a few things that not only just Christian folks, we're going to say all people who are married. A lot of things they're not aware of, probably been there one time, 2 times, 3 times, but however, how many times, these are things that I would like for you to share briefly with our listeners, and that's the purpose, the covenant, the order, and love. And when you share these 4 words, then I'm going to give my version at the end before we go on a break. Okay? So tell us what it really means, or to explain, know the purpose why you get married.
Well, it's really, I have to start where we are here to do God's will. That's whether we accept that role or not. I believe that that's why we're here. And when you think about marriage, it's really interesting. Like, why would God bring these 2 people together? I mean, you could be with anybody, but why you 2? And, God is so strategic that he would take this person with a specific background and this one with that background, because he wants to create godly offspring, and he wants to create a holy nation through families. His form of government in the natural realm, he gave us the patriarchal order. And so, which is the father is the head of the family, which is the beginning portrait of the nation. So, it's very important when you talk about married on purpose. The purpose is that nation, because when families get together, it literally can change a nation. We can look at the state of our country right now, and you may feel hopeless or helpless as far as getting things done, but this whole country is made up of a series of families. Mm-hmm. So if people were to understand the power of their marriage in the context of it being a nation, that becomes very powerful. And your children become very important, and what goes into it. And I don't think that a lot of people, when they get married, really think of the magnitude of what they're doing and the whole purpose. Most of the time it's just, oh, I love this person, but they are not really in tuned or, how should I say, really aware of that magnitude. So that's one thing. And the covenant part is extremely important. I would say that is pretty much everything, because now you're talking about a union between man, woman, and God all together, and operating as one, and also to have, again, order on getting the will done and running the system efficiently. And so the natural world, our world system, we all make up our own rules. We all have our deal breakers, but God is like, I have a standard. So when you get married, the Bible is supposed to be your standard rule book on how the family is supposed to operate. And we don't like to hear things like, wives, submit unto your own husband as unto the Lord. That's why I have that chapter where I talk about, treat your husband like God. Mm-hmm. I know when people hear that, treat your husband like God, I'm like, I am not talking about idolatry. Guys, don't get that twisted. Please don't. But it's really about reverencing your husband sort of like a king, not just like a king, but, a king and a CEO. You have to have someone who has to have the final say for the sake of order, because you can go back and forth forever. Someone has to, put their foot down. And then also, husbands, he says you're supposed to live your wife according to knowledge. And so God is telling us, like, how we're supposed to operate within this system, within the covenant. And you have to do this by faith, because when we get in our feelings, it's hard to live according to these standards. So this is where God has to step in and do what our flesh can't do on its own. And so that's when he gets to be a part of that covenant, because he's saying in his word, like, okay, if you do your part of what I say to do, if you do that, then I am obligated to do what I said I would do if you did what you said you would do. And that's when we see miracles happen. But what's happening today is people are not including him. They're all in the realm of feelings and not in the realm of covenant.
That's it.
So.
Yeah, that's it. I thank you for that. I agree with you 300% because I've been married and divorced, and now I have taken the time out to understand God's way of doing. And with the 4 words that you shared with us, purpose, the covenant, and the order, and love. Well, you said it. You can't say it any better. But I'm going to help those who think they know too much or don't want to agree with you. I'm going to give a short version. The purpose is the calling. A lot of people don't understand that marriage is a ministry. Okay?
Yes.
When God called you because of your obedience, and now because you trust in God, he revealed to you that your wife, that the purpose of you two come together to work the marriage as a ministry.
Yes.
The covenant, it's already been done because you've been chosen by God and you made a commitment. And the woman that's been chosen by God, as God revealed you to the woman, she's already understood that just being patient and waiting on God for the king. Okay? As they two continue to work together and be obedient as she submit to her husband, as he loved the wife, there's the order. Because both pray together, they do everything together. He put her first, she put him first. And so God introduced the command, which is the order, to the king, to the queen, and they work together. And God will.
Can I interject here? What you're saying is very true, but one thing that I think when I hear perspectives like what you're saying is almost as if we expect our relationships to already be in order, and everything will just be right, and everything will just, flow. And that, in most cases, is not the case. There's work to be done. That it's a becoming. Like he said, how can two walk together except they be agreed? He didn't say except they agree. He said except they be. He's talking about a being, and we all work towards being, becoming love. It's a process, and the covenant and the order helps us through that process to know what needs to be done. So, for instance, the husband, Christ is the head of the husband is the head of the wife. And, so he has a job to do with her. He says, husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church. So he's telling you that you need to love her and lay your life down for her. He's also saying that you need to dwell with her according to knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, care for the things, husbands will care for the things of the world and find ways to please his wife. So these are the things that he has to adjust to if he wasn't already in this space. He has to work towards that, and he literally has to study her over time to get to know her and work towards being with her and loving her properly. And on the other hand, the wife has to come to know how to submit just to him, I mean, not just to him, but, submit to her own husband as unto the Lord. That is powerful. So basically, how you submit to God is how you submit to your husband. And most women have not submitted to any man like they've submitted to God. So that is a whole process of turning into that being. And, how do you do that? You do it through obedience to the covenant, to the agreement. That's why the covenant is so important. It's like you keep going back to the agreement. And you come back to the agreement through love, not love and feeling, but love and being. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is long-suffering. Love holds no record of wrong. That right, the no record of wrong, oh, my gosh. For every married couple out there, how many of you guys have held record of wrong?
Yes. So
all this is a process.
It's a process. So
it's a process.
So for the women who said, and men, understood and put it in their own understanding that being married or marriage is a process, what advice do you have for men and women when they start off smooth, 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and all of a sudden lack of faith in the marriage? How can the two of them put it right back where it was from the beginning? What advice or what suggestion you have?
I personally believe in personal accountability, and this is what that covenant is about. It's not just a covenant with you and your spouse. It's the covenant with you and God. So first, before you even think about your spouse, you do have a covenant with God.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, where he's telling you to be love. He's telling us to be that, to be righteous, and to do the right thing. So regardless of what your spouse is doing, you need to work on you. How are you responding? What are you saying? What are you doing? What can you do to be different? I say all the time, if you change you change your surroundings. Have you checked, where are you out of order? A lot of people are in love, but out of order. And nothing out of order works.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because it's out of order. So it could simply be to get back into order. And that means in most cases, you have to get rid of pride. Pride and fear and unbelief are probably the three biggest problems in marriage. And you will say money, but even underneath money will be those three things. Underneath communication, it will be those three things.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next question. I believe the biggest, communication, unfaithfully, but I believe the biggest downfall or breakdown or distraction is finances. Let's say husband income was greater than the wife income. And somehow, I'm going to speak positive, and husband got laid off. Okay, he was a hard-working man, go to work every day, took care of his business, took care of the family, just doing all the right things. And wife stepped up because of the 4 words that we're talking about: purpose, covenant, and order, and love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say 1 year goes by, 2 years go by, let's say 3, and he's working, but she still makes more money than the husband. A lot of women get frustrated because they're human and they don't think the same. The way how they feel different. What advice, and it goes man and woman, not just the wife, what other advice you may want to share? What can they do to fix that thought, that mindset, thinking negative?
Well, that's a really heavy situation, and in marriage, I believe that you're going to have a lot of different challenges and heavy situations come in different forms. In that particular situation, everything should go back to covenant, order, and love. That's number one. Number two is feel what you feel. Just don't be governed by it. The Bible says be angry and sin not. And I don't think sometimes that people allow others to be angry when it's inconvenient for them. Be angry, but sin not. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. So give your anger a time then let it go. And respect it. And the Bible says, for men to lay down their lives like Christ did for the church. That's what he needs to do. And if he does it, guess what? They both have to remain in love. See, this is the work part. This is the hard part where, he's saying that you have to be, if you're really in love, you will be long-suffering. You're going to be long-suffering.
Right.
So sometimes it will be long-suffering. But here's the thing. I have a chapter called Wives That Win. The order is Christ is the head of the man is the head of the wife. So that means if your head is not acting right, then you got to go over his head in prayer. This is now where you're entering into the power of the covenant, where you're saying, God, okay, I've done my part. I need you to do yours. You said, see, God looks out for his word. He said his word will not return unto him void. So he's looking for his word. So when you are in righteousness, you can call God on his word and he will deliver. Now, he might not do it exactly the time that you want, but he will do it, and he'll give you the grace to sustain until it gets done. But that is how you handle it. You love your husband through that situation, or you love your spouse through that period. But in the meantime, you're going to God in prayer and saying, Lord, I need you to intervene on my behalf. And I believe that he will.
All right. And one more thing before we take a quick break. How important being married and having a date night? Tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, how important that is to have a date night.
I think it's extremely important to have a date night because you want to remember each other as lovers, not just business partners, so to speak. You need to connect. You need to be able to hear and see and touch one another. And I know we're about to go to break, so I wouldn't go too much into the sex part, but sex is so critical. That usually caps off the date night when you're married. Right. So I think it's really nice and it's important, especially if you have children and especially if you're super busy with work.
All right. What we're going to do when we come back, and you're going to give us some good news and a little forecast, what to look for on your new TV show. Don't you guys go away too far. You heard me?
Dive into the storm with a hole in your eye. Don't let what's wrong, don't be alarmed. Cause you're in my palm, look to the sun, no, I know the love and ain't get charged. And just to make you feel it down. Renew your mind, and clear the sound, don't break it wrong. And what's been frustrated and impatient with the daily things you're facing. No matter how you try to, just if you can't escape it, thinking you gon' do it different from your mama and your daddy. It's sleeping with these dudes with no intent of being mad. Bury all your pain instead. What you do that for? You worth much more. And don't you know you're absolutely beautiful? How pride possession, but from criticism and rejection. What Jesus' love for you surpasses any. Let me come in. Let me come in. Let me come in. He's saying, let me come in. Let me come in. He's crying, let me come in. He's screaming, let me come in. He's saying, let me come in. Let me come in. He said that I would never leave you. I died for you. And my calling on your life is very strong. He's saying, let me come in. Let me come in. He's crying, let me come in. He's saying, let me come in. Now you upset and disappointed by the way that it's been going. You hoping by this time you have a lot more money, but your daddy walked away. Throw it all fell on your plate. The hell, mama paid her rent. Now you just doing what it takes in the trap. On your job, standing door for door. All the things you done for you, still that love. But you a man of purpose, despite your indiscretions. And Jesus' love for you surpasses all your imperfections. Come in, let me come in, let me come in. He's saying, let me come in, let me come in. He's crying, let me come in. He's screaming, let me come in. He's saying, let me come in, let me come in. He said that I would never leave you, cause I died for you. And my calling on your life is very strong. He's saying, let me come in, let me come in. He's crying, let me come in. He's saying, let me come in, let me come in. You can't do it without my love. You can't do it without my grace. You can't do it without my love. You can't do it without me. You by my side, in spite of all my pride. You came to me, saved me, and gave time to life that I can. You by my side, in spite of all of my pride. You came to me, saved me, and gave time to life to me.
All right, we're back on the Uheardme1st radio talk show. I'm your host, Comedian Edwin Douglas, right along with my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, of course, before we went on a music break, we're talking to the lovely, beautiful author, best-selling author, JORDI Bostock, and she was just giving us the 4 words from her book, I Am Married on Purpose. Now, she got a great surprise for us, and she's going to give us detail of what to look forward to coming soon, and that's her new TV show, Success Sisters. Go ahead and tell us about it.
I am so excited about this. So excited. Well, my show, Success Sisters, is about entrepreneur women. We all get together and support each other in life and business and family, friendship. And what's different about this, I just want to give you guys a heads up. Don't look for housewives. This is not that. It's more so about the entrepreneurs, and we also have a team of mentors that come and coach us in our business. So if you have a business or looking to start a business, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be awesome. You're going to learn so much, and it's fun. It's cool. It's awesome.
So how do you come up with the idea putting this TV show together? I mean, tell us about it.
Well, it's been a long time coming. Myself and a lot of women that I know, they're pretty tired of ratchet TV. I mean, it all has its place. Don't get me wrong. I have my shows, but I wanted to see something that put women in a positive light, that was smart, that was cool and fun and entertaining, but just different. And so I prayed about it, and God just gave me this idea, and all of a sudden I just recalled and thought about all of the awesome women that I knew, and I couldn't even get all of them on the show. I know so many, but the ones I did bring on are pretty incredible.
Wow. Could you tell us, I know you guys have table reading or you have meeting before each episode. Who are some of the producers and others, individuals that's working with you on this project here?
Well, right now I'm not really at liberty to share that detail, but I will say that the show is going to be on Uplift TV, Impact TV, Amazon Prime, and so I have the backing of these networks and support. So it's really a big deal.
Yes, I believe that. As long as I've been knowing you, you're very professional. You're very serious about what you're doing, how you want it done. You're very patient. You don't play. So whoever working with you better come correct. They better come ready. And they better not waste no time. Well, I can say that because you're Libra. Your birthday's in October, just like me. We don't play that. We gotta come correct. That's how we are. We don't. We'll be nice about it. This is me. I'm a 1-2 guy. I ask the first time. I'll tell you the second time. There's no third time. Either you delete it or I move forward. And because Libras, when we put a lot into what we're doing, God's a part of everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And I can only speak for myself because when you made a commitment to God and you made a deal with God that you would do whatever it takes to do His will, to do it right, you can't afford no setback. That's just me, period.
It's amazing because you and I have not really talked about this, but you have really just expressed my sentiments.
Yeah, well,
you're spot on with all of that.
Well, when I first met you in person, and it was more of, I thought, okay, I've heard her voice on the phone, but once I met you in person, and I knew, I said, you know what, we both have a lot in common when it comes to our work ethic and ask questions and don't mind correcting no one either, So, and so I can relate to everything you're doing, and I will continue to support you, anything that you put your hands on or God lay hands on you to do.
Well, I appreciate this, and this is something that, I believe I know God wants me to do. This whole show has been a miracle, and there's a lot of people out there that God has given them a business idea, vision, and dream, and they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to get there. They may not have all of the resources on hand, or the support they think they need. And my testimony is like that. When I started out in this project, I didn't have all of the pieces of the puzzle together. It's kind of like when you go actually buy a puzzle box, you get the box and you get the picture, then you open it and it's like 5,000 pieces. It's like, oh God. And that's kind of how it was, like, oh, here's the show. And then it's like pull all this together, all these personalities, all these different schedules, all these different things, and the cost was astronomical in so many different ways. And so people have, these big visions that God has given them, and they don't know how. And all I can say is if God gave you the vision, He will give you the provision. What you need to do is just start walking in it. And sometimes He's not going to give it to you all at once. He will give it to you on an as-need and need-to-know basis. The plan is to start moving in a direction that He's taking you. So the show is along those lines.
Yes. Yes, you said one thing, God's timing, and then when He gives you the vision, it's still His timing. And with that being said, I've been trying to get my book out for the longest, but God gave me an order and a vision, and then the word timing. He said, "No, I want you to do this before we get to this. Deal what I asked you to do, but it's not time because I'm going to show you something before we reveal this book." And 3 years, this book was done technically 3 years ago. And because God wanted me to learn something from Him, as He revealed who crooked in the business, who trying to take advantage of you in the business. And so God allowed me to learn everything on my own. Even though the person said, we can do this, He's not going to let nobody overcharge me, overdo me, play me, and I thank God for that. And when you said He gives you the vision, we need to keep our eyes on that because He showed us very clearly what it's like, when it's going to happen. You may not know the timing, but He keeps His word. He does.
Yes.
He keeps His word.
Yes.
He keeps His word.
You know, throughout this whole experience, I said to God in the beginning, in the middle, and even now, that You are the author and the finisher of my faith. If He started it, He's the one that could finish it.
Yes.
Not you. He'll finish through you, but He brings in the finish. Not you.
Yes. Wow. Great. I really, really appreciate you and the rest of all my guests. But I really look up to you, Donna, and the rest of the women here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, how you ladies are showing an example for other women. For those who's listening, when I bring people on my show, they're taking care of business. But you see, don't be tripping, don't be hating. And speaking of that, have you ran into women in general that thought they were your friends and kind of find out God revealed to you that they became haters? I mean, how do you handle that?
Oh my gosh, so many, a lot, and I'm just a little different. I'm so good within myself. I tell people all the time, I'm so me that I can allow you to be you. If we don't connect, then I don't want to be connected. That's all. I've never been cliquish. I've never needed the approval of others in that respect. I think we all do it in some different aspects of our life. But
I would say this to you, and you probably already know. When those things happen, or when God revealed to you who that person is, that is a closer that they can't go with you to the next level. Okay?
Yes.
That's what that is. That's a closer. Like, okay, this season is over for you. Thank you for your support. May God bless you. I'm out of here. That's the closer.
Well, I could tell you for me personally and others that I know who have gone through that with their female friends, that's not the hard part. The hard part is relationships, like, my relationship with a man. Now, that's something different, to be with somebody who is not for you, or you thought they were, while you're in the midst of working on what God has told you to do, and this person is a distraction. That you love this distraction. Now, that's the hard part to get over, not these women. That's easy.
I can see that. I try my best not to get caught up. I mean, God allowed
we all do.
God allowed me to see it, but I'll be like, okay, Lord, is there a purpose for this person in my life, or in my circle, and I'm supposed to gain something from this, all right, just give me the green light, you know. And I don't cut nobody off just because I see it at the beginning. They will have to say something or perform an act, then I catch them. Okay, so I try to be the best person I can be.
I just shared with my friend the other day. I said, I equate friendships, relationships, and how things can build up when people bring their mess to you. If you have a desk, like an office desk, and you've got, it's just cluttered, loaded with stuff, you have to clear the desk off. But once the desk is cleared, this represents your life. Once you decluttered and gone through relationships, now you see things coming. So when a person comes to you and they get ready to put something on your desk, go, hold up, what's that? Oh, no, that doesn't belong on this desk. Thank you. No, you start to guard your heart. When stuff is coming, you assess it. You just use discernment. See, a lot of times we're sleeping on people, and we're not watching. The Bible tells us to watch. So when you're wide awake, you can sit at your desk and see it coming, and say no, yes or no, yes or no. That is the power that we have. Yes or no. We are too much in our feelings and not in our spirit.
That's it.
When you're in your spirit, it will override how you feel to make better judgment calls.
That's it. Well, before we let you go ahead and take the mic and promote. We know we have a TV show. You can go ahead and say it again for those who missed that part. How you can be booked, how you can be contacted, and the mic is yours. Go right ahead.
Well, hello again, everybody. I hope you can tune in. I'll keep everyone posted. In the fall, expect my show, Success Sisters, to come out. It's about entrepreneur women. It's going to be on Uplift TV, Impact TV, and Amazon Prime. You can stay updated on my website, which is JORDIBOnPurpose.com. You can follow me on all my social media handles, which are Jordi B on Purpose. That's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow me there. Tell your friends to follow me. Everybody follow me, follow me, follow me.
Yes, follow her, and she take care of business. Ladies
and if you'd like to book me, if you want to book me, you can book me through my website at www.jordibonpurpose.com.
Yes, that's Jordi B. I will always support you, and you know that.
You are so supportive, and I am so proud of you and all of your accomplishments.
Yes.
And you are a fine example to a lot of men and brothers out there that are looking for encouragement to step out on faith and do things that God has called them to do.
Thank you. And trying to keep it quiet, but as soon as I get the book signing event, it's going to be special right here in Dallas. Yes, I will call everybody. You guys will have VIP and everything you can think of, and I promise you I'll try to put in the best month that I know nobody has nothing to do, because it's going to be one awesome
What month is that?
Well, I got to wait on God, so
yes.
when he tell me, I said, okay, Lord, I want you to book this event on a day that nobody got nothing going on for you. Let this day belong to all of us, that day. Yes, that's how I talk to him, So if he say, no, that's not good because she's busy, she'll be over there. But I promise you that you and many others will get that invite, the special invitation. Yes.
Well, I look forward to it.
Yes. Well, keep doing what you're doing. We'll keep supporting you. Let us know as soon as possible. We will promote your show every episode as well, and because this is your home on Uheardme1st Radio Talk Show. You take care.
Thank you so much.
And keep doing what you're doing, okay?
All right. God bless.
You too. All right, guys. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do Relationship Monday. Don't you guys go away too far, you heard me?
gotta be worth it. You don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah. But you don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. Everybody doubted me, but girl, you stuck around. And you told me if I hold you, you gon' hold me down. You don't gotta be perfect, you just gotta be worthy. By this and that, baby girl, you don't never have to worry. I'm a precious baby girl, let's not let it go by. I just really wanna know, do you love me? Don't lie. I know you feel alone, cause I've been on a roll, but I've been doing shows. I swear I ain't doing you wrong. I'm out pretty kitty, yeah. Girl, you know you coming with me, yeah. I've been 100 out of 50, girl. Ain't nobody meant to with me, yeah. I don't really think you understand. Baby girl, I know you understand. I'm just trying to go be myself. Hey, no. I will give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worth it. You don't gotta be perfect. You don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah. But you don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta be worth it. You don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah. But you don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be worthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no.
All right, it's the boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas on Uheardme1st Radio Talk Show. And we're back. That was a great interview with the one and only JORDI B, best-selling author known as, real name is JORDI Bostock. I Am Married on Purpose, and she has a book out before that, Single on Purpose. What did you learn from the interview, Uncle Ben? Very, very smart woman. And what I've learned from her, how important you must do it the way God put it together. Uncle Ben. Well, okay, cool. Well, today on single dating tips, for those who've been listening to the interview, ladies, fellas, are you single on purpose, trying to act like you're married? Or are you married on purpose, trying to act like you are single? Well, we all looking for love. Are you looking for love because you are lonely? Are you looking for love because you feel left out? Are you procrastinating love? Do you know love? Well, if you are trying to be married on purpose, and you are still single on purpose, you must understand the purpose when God called you to be married on purpose. Understand that you should make a commitment with the covenant between you, her, and God. Understand also there will be a command order. God, the man, the woman, or God, the husband, and the wife. Pump your brakes right there. I know some of you, many of us, want to do it the way we think it should be. Well, I'm not going to say that for those who are not following the order of purpose, covenant, order, and love. But what I am saying is how important that you must understand what the purpose of being married. How important it is to have a leader as the king, the head of the household. As you heard us talking about some of the things that can become a distraction or a breakdown. Sometimes it's communication, sometimes it's financial or finance. What should you do when those two things happen in the marriage? Well, as you heard our guest said, go back to the basics, understand the purpose, commit to the covenant, and then follow the command. Pretty much, there is a God that will answer your prayer. I know, everybody has their own belief and understanding. Just keep on living. Just keep on believing. Just keep on loving. Have date night. Show support. Pray together. Talk to God. Trust me. Then it will come to place. You will recognize your purpose. You will understand your covenant. You will continue to follow the order, and you will recognize the love. Love is God, and God is love. All I'm trying to say, this is your boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, on Relationship Monday. Yes. All right, man. We got the single dating. We got the marriage, being married, dating. So what I did, I blended all in one package. Yes. What are your thoughts? What I shared with you, Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben. I believe everything you said is true. Uncle Ben, let's go back to JORDI B when she said how important that you must understand, love one another, understand the order of God. Let's do that. Well, other thoughts about being married is important. I feel like that's very important, is communication. And when you communicate to one another, that really helps out, because you want to maintain your trust. You want to maintain everything that's important to make the marriage work, that make the marriage and the relationship beautiful. And as we all understand that love is sweet and kind, it's everything that what you make of by trusting one another, communicating, staying connected with God. That it can be so many ways, but everyone has their own. But the most important thing that every relationship, every marriage must have God, because without God, there's no love. I mean, love, you can love for the wrong, I'm not going to say you can love for the wrong reason, but people's definition of love may not be the same as what we say, follow God's love, and put that in your own understanding. When we come back, we're going to do the herb health tip. And don't you guys go away too far. I mean, we're going to do this right here on You Heard Me First Radio Talk Show.
Where the beach is cut, found out the women on the same hotel. It was never
Heartbreak Hotel. Hey, Heartbreak Hotel. Hey, what made you play that, Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. Heartbreak Hotel. I feel you. Okay. Heartbreak Hotel. Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. You heard me? I haven't heard that in a long time. Great. Well, we are going to do the herb health tip. And today we're going to talk about anti-aging formula. What you can do is log on DHerbs.com. That's DHerbs.com. You can get the herb experience healing. Okay, the anti-aging formula. We're talking about the cellular on the inner skin and the outer skin of the body. Okay, it helps contribute overall health to improve the skin tone and complexion. Okay, the herb anti-aging formula is an herbal supplement designed to help maintain youth at the cellular level, also increase energy level with the quench-free radicals. Okay, let me give you something very simple. It's important that your skin should have water. Okay, need to eat the food that's good for the skin that will give you a youthful look. Berries are good for the skin to give that anti-aging youth look. Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. I can eat them with my oatmeal. I can eat it by itself as it is. And it's good for your skin. That gives you that youthful look. The body, you want to be able to eat a lot of green vegetables that will keep the skin tone and complexion very youthful. Like they say, you are what you eat. You put good things inside of your body, good things will come out. If you put bad things inside of your body, then bad things will come out. Now, don't get me wrong. You have to really be consistent, taking care of your health to keep yourself looking youthful. Well, I can say drinking too much alcohol will make you look older than what you are. Smoking cigarettes all the time also will make you look older than what you really are. I'm not saying that you should not do that, but I just named a couple of things that really not good for your health at all. There's a lot of things that we put inside of our body or on our skin that is not good for us at all. But what I can say, if you bathe like you should 2 or 3 times a day with water and the soap that your body really, your skin really can appreciate to keep the skin complexion looking youthful. And of course, if you drink water, we're supposed to drink a glass of water that needs to go inside of your body, as we speak that the cellular level and then increase the energy level, it will really keep your body looking youthful. Yes, that's all we have for the herb health tip. I've given you can go log on theherb.com and get more details. Yes, and I've given you my personal experience with keeping me looking youthful. I'm 53 years old. A lot of people think I'm in my 30s. That's a blessing. Yes. Well, I can say what's coming up. Yes, July 27th, I will be in Mount Pleasant, Texas. Yes, co-hosting, bringing the Fire Gospel Concert, of course, with the award-winning Jeanette Everett Morgan, and many others will be performing. I apologize, I don't have the list with me, but I do know my co-host, Wanda Adams, will be joining me, or I'll be joining her. Yeah, July 27th in Mount Pleasant Convention Center in Mount Pleasant, Texas. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, your boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, is going to bring in the comedy Bible. Can y'all church folks handle the truth? Yes. Also, to all of my brothers, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, yes, Philadelphia, I will be there July 31st through August the 4th. Ready to do this, man. Ready to do that. How you do that there? Yeah. Yo. I'll be there, man. It sounds like going to be a lot of fun. Will be a lot of fun, man. And I'm looking forward to it. And anything else you want to say, Uncle Ben? All I want to say is that you are doing a great job, Comedian Edwin Douglas, and I am so proud of you. Well, thank you. I try to not take all the credit, but in the meantime, God get all the credit. Don't forget to tune in a new episode every Monday on iheart-radio, Spotify.com, Spreaker, YouTube, also Google Podcasts, and of course Spreaker. And next week, guest, the one and only, all the way from Philadelphia, Aaron Cisco, known as Comedian Old School, will be joining us. Until next time, this is your boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, along with my co-host, Uncle Ben. Peace, and may God bless you.
Call me on a lazy afternoon, asking me what I'm up to. Let's find something to do. Baby, I'll be down. You know I'll be down. Mercedes built in the 70s, classic like you and me. I'll be coming down. I'll be coming down. I feel a little rush. I think I got a little crush on you. I hope it's not too much. Chasing, did they break your heart? knowing what you're doing. When I call, you come to me running. Yeah. How do you feel for you? Tell me that you feel it too. Yeah.
This has been another great episode on JORDI BOSTOCK Radio Talk Show. Until next time, peace, and may God bless you.